What's up, guys? We're back. I'm actually doing a little bit of a spin on the typical vlogs or just YouTube-esque channel, if you will. This is really gonna be a short series and essentially a one-stop shop resource for you guys that have real estate related questions, FAQs that I get on a daily, weekly, monthly basis from folks that are in state, out of state, other agents, people first getting started in the business. We're gonna jump right in, but I just want to give you kind of a preface of what we're gonna be walking through so that you can expect, hey, what am I getting into? So first and foremost, the first question is, Zach, how much money should I really be starting with? And this might vary based on the market, but for Indianapolis, where I would consider myself very well established, not only in the marketplace as an agent, but also an investor, I would say that at the very, very minimum, you're gonna need about $60,000. Now, I started with much less than this, but I kind of went the more unconventional route in terms of getting into a deal. So to make it as cut and dry as possible, if you wanna get into a rental property, a single family rental property, I would advise having at least $60,000. I say that because the market conditions right now, inventory is very low, money is quite cheap, so it makes it very difficult to get out and compete if you're having to go and finance a home, especially at that dollar figure, right? $30, $40, $50, $60,000. Most lenders will tend to shy away from that. So if you can have cash on hand or hard money, private money, that you can go and deploy into some of these houses, you're gonna be much better off and more competitive when you are competing for some of these properties. So what is $60,000 in the marketplace gonna get me? Well, it's gonna get you probably a C-class rental property where you may rent for $600, $700. Now, that might not seem like a lot, but it all starts with a slow drip and it's creating momentum. You wanna snowball your first deal into multiple others, right? So if you can have and leverage your $60,000 in cash into your first property, that will start to create momentum for you to hopefully create even more traction for yourself getting into more rental properties. $60,000, said and done, right? If you have other questions, feel free to DM me or leave some questions in the comments. I'm happy to dig more into this. This is gonna vary based on the market. Again, this is specific for Indianapolis. I would advise, personal opinion, starting with $60,000. So that's a wrap on our first quote unquote series of FAQs. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below or send me a DM. I'm trying not to get too into the weeds as far as specifics on these, just giving more general knowledge to use this as, like I said, a resource to at least get the ball rolling. So stay tuned for the next one and we'll see you at the closing table.